Hello and welcome in everyone. Scootsy16 here with another episode of the Chemlock League, and we've made it to the All-Star game here in Season 5. Favorites just missed the playoffs, and now we get a little bit of fun in an exhibition matchup before we see what the results of the playoffs are, and we will be going into the re-sign phase at the end of this episode. The Yank All-Stars will be hosting the All-Star game, as their number one team in the league was the Protectors. They are home of, or their home park is the Bengata Bowl, so that's where we'll be at here today. Quick note on some history here between these two teams. The series is tied 2-2 for the All-Star game. The Yen Conference won in both season 1 and 4. Yang Conference took it in seasons 2 and 3. We have a little bit of history here on players returning from the All-Star teams in seasons past, as well as players making their first appearance. A couple of young rookies making their first appearance in the All-Star game as well, so we'll talk about that. But let's go ahead and set get everything set up for this one. We're going to go to the Bengata Bowl. I just set some random weather here. 6-inning game with designated hitter, and we are going to have the auto runner starting in the first extra inning so we can speed things up a bit. Let's check out the lineups, which I actually wrote down and have already set up here. And we'll go through each player here, and I'll mention where they're from or what team they're on, and all-star appearances in the past. We'll go into their actual statistics that got them here as we get into the game itself. So starting with Makai Peterson, a two-time All-Star, Season 4 with the Marauders, now with the Blurs, will be leading things off. Number 2 is Joaquin Keller, three-time All-Star, made it in Season 5 here with the Burners, was also a Season 3 below zero and a Season 1 Skull. Next, we have Justice Colon. You may remember her from our time with the Outlaws, Season 2 Outlaw, and their two-time All-Star now with the Maulers. We then head to Jose Huerta, his first time making an All-Star appearance. He is DHing today, and he's coming from the Bone Chills. Russ Rosas will be next. He is a two-time All-Star, Season 4 and Season 5, both with the Outlaws. He's back again. Nick Wilkerson, you may remember from our shuffle draft with the favorites, where we almost went with him in round 1, ended up going with Asher Garcia. Still pleased with that decision, especially seeing now that Nick has the wild thrower trait developed. Nick, first-time All-Star here with the Dirt Dogs. We then head to Leonardo Madden, the starting catcher for the Yen Conference. He is a two-time All-Star. He's here with the Sewer Sneaks, but he actually made it back in Season 3 with the Burglars. We then get to Marina Barrera. Rena, a Sewer Sneak, and her first time in the All-Star game. So she made it in here, had a phenomenal year. And lastly, rounding out the top of the rotation, or the starting lineup, is Cody Cobb for the Marauders, getting his first start in an All-Star, or first appearance in an All-Star game. Number 1 pitcher in the league was Top Floral. He was your Cy Young winner, and he will get the start for the Blurs. This is his first All-Star appearance, so exciting for him. He'll get to see if he can use all of that talent that he had during the season to hold down the Yang Conference. So that's what that team's going to look like. We switch over to the Yang Conference. I always get those mixed up. We're going to start with last year's MVP. Skylar Rocket will be leading things off. He is still with the Dive Bombers. Made it last year as a Dive Bomber. Also made it in Season 2 as a Marauder. So this is a three-time All-Star in Skylar Rocket. Then we have Havoc Sandman. He made it from the Protectors. He also made it back in Season 2 as a Marauder, along with Skylar Rocket. So former teammates playing again together. Archie Barton was your MVP on the offensive side this year. He is a two-time All-Star, made it for the Rippers this year. Last year was in Season 3, made it as a Dirt Dog. We then get to Tiger Gray, our favorites All-Star. He gets his first appearance. He was number 7 in the MVP voting, and will be starting at third base for us. Then, following that, is another favorite. Odin Thomas makes it in. His first time in the All-Star game. He makes it for the favorites, as you may know. Then we get to Aiden Heaves. Aiden from the Skulls, first time All-Star appearance for him as well. A lot of newbies here in the All-Star team for the Yang Conference. Kellen Livingston of the Protectors making it to his first All-Star appearance. Cameron Splendid, same thing. He comes from the Scroungers. And lastly will be Phoenix Myers from the Skimmers, another first-time All-Star starter here. So between Skylar Rocket, Archie Barton, and Havoc Sandman there at the top of the order, those are your familiar faces from All-Stars in the past. Asher Garcia will make his second start as an All-Star. He made it back in Season 3 as an Undulate when he actually won the MVP and the Cy Young Award winning. He also made it back last year as a favorite as well. This time with a number 2 in the top 10 performance, he will be your starter. So 3-time All-Star from Asher Garcia. He joins Lucas Fowle and Skylar Rocket. Let me see if anyone on the other side... Joaquin Keller and Valentino Mastiff. All of those players have made 3 All-Star appearances, which are the most in this All-Star lineup. So that's enough preamble. Let's go ahead and get into the game. We head to the Bengata Bowl, and we are going to start by talking about Asher Garcia, who will take the mound. Had a phenomenal year. Again, number 2 in the top 10 voting. He had a 1.99 ERA, a .66 whip, which was good for third in the league, a .162 opponent batting average, good for 8th in the league, and 21 strikeouts, that was good for 4th in the league. So a phenomenal year from Asher Garcia. He stepped up quite a bit since his year with the favorites last year. He'll be facing off against Mackay Peterson. Mackay, 2-time All-Star with a .313 average and .889 OPS. She had a total of 27 total bases, including 3 home runs and 6 RBIs. She strikes out here. 4 stolen bases as well, which was good for 2nd in the league. Next is Joaquin Keller. Joaquin had a 3-time All-Star here, .298 average, 1 home run, 6 RBIs. A quiet year for him, but best on the burners. 4 doubles and 6 RBIs during the year for him. He'll get this start for the Yin All-Stars, and he hits a fastball deep to left field, and getting back on that one, not getting up to it, and that's going to get out. So Joaquin Keller gets a fastball, as you saw, Tier 3 fastball trait. So the Yin Conference leading into the discipline traits, that'll potentially make a difference in this one as the Yin Conference takes an early lead. So apologies for the lawnmower in the background there. Justice Colon, the captain of the Outlaws back when we ran that team, will face off against the captain of our favorites now, and she pulls one into right field. She'll reach base safely. So 2 consecutive hits for the Yin All-Stars. Jose Huerta, not a big year, but a good one. He had 8 doubles. He had 2 home runs and a .250 batting average and .807 OPS from the Bone Chills. So helped him to show up for his team and represent. Pulls one foul. He's behind 0-2. And a slider gets popped up into center field. Coming in on that is Skylar Rocket. We'll catch that for out number 2. Asher trying to settle in after giving up that home run. He'll now face off against Russ Rosas. Russ from the Outlaws this year, 2-time All-Star. Tied for 8th in the league lead with 3 home runs. He also had 8 RBIs and 2 doubles with a .784 OPS. Not a big year for him, but again, best for the Outlaws. Taking off for second base, and Justice will slide in safely. Not able to get the tag down in time, and she's now in scoring position. Hit to deep center field for Russ Rosas on his horses. Skylar Rocket, he'll catch that on the warning track to end the inning. So giving up a home run and a single is Asher Garcia, but he gets through the first, only allowing 1 run. And now we'll turn it to Top Floral, your MVP this year. He had a .82 ERA, which was good for 5th in the league. He had a .77 whip, good for 8th. Had a 160 opponent batting average, good for 6th, and 20 strikeouts, good for 5th in the league. So good year for him. And he gets a strikeout against Skylar Rocket. Skylar needs no introduction. You've seen him here before. Big year for him once again. Havoc Sandman will come up. He was number 6 in the MVP voting with a .415 batting average. Had a 1.270 OPS, good for number 3 in the league. 4 home runs and 16 RBIs. That was 2nd in the league. Big year for him on the Protectors. 2-2 count for Top Floral, and Hills ring up Havoc Sandman, frozen for strike 3. And 2 down immediately for Archie Barton, your home run winner. Had 8 home runs and 19 RBIs, both good for number 1 in the league. Also had a 1.417 OPS that was number 1 in the league as well. So a phenomenal year from the MVP. Takes a strike there. Whiffer activates a tier 2 on the 0-2, and Top Floral will get him to pop up into foul territory. Trying to get over to that one is Rosas, and he's going to track it down. So 1-2-3 inning for Top Floral, showing why he was number 1 in the league and your Cy Young winner. We now turn back to the Yin Conference, starting with Nick Wilkerson. Had 4 home runs, 12 RBIs, 2 doubles, a triple, and a stolen base through his year. Had a 978 OPS for the Dirt Dogs. And hit hard into left field. That's going to tail away from Cam Resplendent. He gets to it off a good hop, and Nick Wilkerson will slide in just before the tag with a leadoff double. So it's looking like the Yin Conference taking control right out of the gate. Leonardo Madden will now come up, the catcher for the Sewer Sneaks. Also made it in Season 3 for the Burglars. Had 2 home runs, 12 RBIs, and 3 doubles. A 918 OPS. Good year for the catcher. It's hard to see those catchers kind of earned their place in the All-Star game, especially since we only get offensive stats to look off of, so I can't really see if they were a phenomenal defender despite being a lackluster offensive weapon. Rena Barrera will come up. She was an offensive weapon this year. She, number 8 in batting average, number 6 in OPS, had 3 home runs and 5 RBIs, also had 3 stolen bases. So she was kind of productive in everything she did, and she will reach on a fielder's choice as Archie Barton will get tagged at, Wilkerson will get tagged stuck between third and home. And Cody Cobb will come up with 2 outs. Rena standing on first base. Cobb from the Marauders, 341 average, 1 home run, 10 RBIs, and 4 doubles will be why he reached the All-Star game for his team. And Escher with a nice backhand there. He'll get through a clean inning here, as he only allowed 1 hit and 2 runners to reach base, excuse me. You know him, you love him. Tiger Gray comes up. Tiger had a huge year, but it was pretty much the second half. He was number 7 in the MVP voting. He pulls a base hit into right field, was number 1 in batting average with a 520 average, number 2 in OPS, right behind Archie Barton. Also had 4 home runs and 9 RBIs. Great year for him. Fellow favorite teammate Odin Thomas came on strong as well. A 380 average with 4 home runs and 10 RBIs. And he'll push one into left field, so both of our favorites showing production in this second inning. Aiden Heaves will come up. Aiden from the Skulls batted .350 on the year, a 1.133 OPS, good for 8th in the league, 3 home runs, 8 RBIs. Solid all-around year from the Skull infielder. Gets ahead 2-0. Heaves will foul one back. Top Floral had a clean first. He's fallen behind now. 3-1 count. Composed will activate for him at tier 3. Whiffs through strike 2, and Aiden Heaves now with an even count. Will swing one late, and it's going to tail into left field corner. Getting down and all the way into the corner is Makai Peterson. Will go straight to second base. Sliding in safely is Heaves, and it's an RBI double for Heaves. He gets the Yang Conference on the board, and now tied 1-1 as Kellen Livingston will come up from the Protectors, the team that is hosting this All-Star game. And he had 3 home runs, 12 RBIs, both offensive juggernauts these catchers were this year, as Heaves will get the ground out that will allow a run to score. Grounder to first base, and it's now a 2-1 lead for the Yang Conference All-Stars. Runner on third base with great speed. Cam Resplendent will come up from the Scroungers. He'll get one into the right field corner and down. It's going to bounce over to Rena Barrera. It's going to be a close play at second base, but sliding in safely is Cam Resplendent. And it's another RBI double, making it a 3-1 ball game. So Top Floral losing his way here in the bottom of the second. Phoenix Myers will now come up. Phoenix with a 425 average, was good for 3 in the league. had a 1.117 OPS, 1 home run, 6 RBIs, and 6 doubles for him. Runner takes off for a third, and Resplendent caught stealing easily. Nice tag from the third baseman Rosas, and that's going to be out number 2. Taking strike 3 for Heaves, and that's out number 3. And 3 runs come across for the Yang Conference. They take the lead here in the bottom of the second. Makai Peterson leading off again. Didn't get a chance to really introduce her. 2-time All-Star, now with the Blurs. 3 home runs, 6 RBIs, and 4 stolen bases. So a great leadoff woman for the Blur and Yin Conference. Here she'll ground out to shortstop for out number 1.
Number 12, Joaquin Keller.
Joaquin Keller comes up. 4 doubles this year, so he was able to reach base consistently. He is one of the few that have 3 All-Star appearances in this this exhibition matchup. Asher Garcia settling in nicely. Doesn't have his elite 2-seam fastball to rely on, or I'm sorry, changeup to rely on as much, as Keller gets another hit, this one up the middle. Just been gearing up on that fastball from Asher Garcia, which is probably his weakest pitch. Don't know why he's using it against Keller there. And now we'll face off against Justice Cologne. She's 1 for 1. And nice diving play from Archie Barton. It's going to get down, and Heaves will only have the play at Keller only has the Barton has only the play at second base. Excuse me, all over the place now. A fielder's choice as Justice Cologne hustles down the line. She'll be on first once again with 2 outs. She takes off for second base and just under the tag again. So 2 stolen bases for Justice Cologne. We never saw her be this successful as an outlaw. And she's now standing in scoring position for Jose Huerta, 0 for 1 today. And a dribbler down the first baseline will stay foul. 1-2 count here as Asher trying to clean things up. Just misses on the changeup there. And that's going to go foul. So we'll stay alive here for Huerta. He misses inside. There's ball 3. Full count now. And hit hard, deep center field, carrying, and Skylar Rocket on his horse up against the wall. He leaps, and that's going to get out of here. Jose Huerta tags Asher Garcia. Big home run there from the Yin Conferences. It's all tied up now with a 2-run shot. It's a 3-3 ball game here in the top of the third. And Russ Rosas will come back up. Asher Garcia will get pulled for Smash McCoy. Smash McCoy coming in as a burglar. Had a decent year for the Burglars. A 3.77 ERA, a 1.26 whip, a 2.73 OBA, and 9 strikeouts in 14 and a third innings pitched. So he'll get the first chance at the Yin All-Stars to close things out, but instead gives up a base hit up the middle. So the Yang Conference reeling after taking the lead in the bottom of the second, now giving up a tie. Runner reaches first base with 2 outs, and Nick Wilkerson will come back up 1 for 1 with a double from the Dirt Dogs. Ball in the dirt for low for ball 1. Wilkerson will pop up to right field, very loud, but it's going to hang up, and calling that is Odin Thomas catching it for out number 3. So 2-run score on the 2-run homer from Jose Huerta. Second home run of the game for the Yin Conference. And we'll wrap to the top of the order. Skylar Rocket didn't get a chance to say much about him last time, but Skylar, 3-time All-Star here for the Dive Bombers, 362 average, 2 home runs, 7 RBIs, not nearly as dominant as his last year where he won the MVP, but still a solid year enough to get him into the All-Star game. 3-0 count and strike 1 taken. He'll get a pitch in the zone, but he gets underneath it. It's going to be popped up into shallow right center, ranging all the way back to that one is Keller, who's locked in. He catches that for out number 1. Havoc Sandman, your home team protector, with 4 home runs and 16 RBIs, had a phenomenal year. He also had 3 doubles and 3 stolen bases, so just could do everything this year. He caused some havoc for opposing pitchers, and he'll do it again here as he sends one into right center field. He rounds first, heads to second base. He'll be coasting into second with a standing double here with 1 out against Top Floral. Might be that time where Top finishes the rest of his day. As Archie Barton comes up, the MVP will face off against top floral. He got out his last time up. Runner takes off for third base, and caught stealing third is Havoc Sandman. Another failed attempt at stealing third base. Very interesting decision, as that would have scored a run. A base hit up the middle for Archie Barton with 2 outs, and Yang All-Stars trying to do too much, maybe. We'll see Tiger Gray come up now. We'll see if he gets a chance to face off against top floral again. Nope, instead it'll be Biddles Waller. Biddles was a top 10 voter as well, number 4 in the top 10 this year from the Burners. Had a 2.14 ERA, a .67 WHIP, was good for 4th in the league, a 171 OBA, and 17 strikeouts. Also, Biddles had 2 complete game shutouts. That was most in the league. 2 complete game shutouts in his 21 innings pitched. So impressive starter this year for the Burners. He does allow a walk, and now 2 on and 2 out for Odin Thomas, who reached base safely on a base hit last time. Has Tier 3 bad ball hitter now. Gets ahead in the count 2-0. Biddles will get the strike there, swinging through, and takes another strike. So now 2-2 count for Thomas. He'll pop one foul, staying alive. Big moment here as it's now full. Runners will take off. And he pulls one in the right field corner. That's going to get down just fair. It's going to get right over to Rita Barrera, holding Odin Thomas at first. But a run does come around to score, and the runners on the corners now with 2 outs for Aiden Heaves. So the Yang Conference comes through, taking the lead once again, now up 4-3 here in the bottom of the third. Biddles will face off against Aiden Heaves, who had an RBI double in his last at-bat. Ball low, so 2-0 count here for Heaves. We see Tier 3 crossed up, but it hasn't activated yet for Waller. Gets a strike there, a 3-1 count. Ball high, so another walk for Waller. That's his second walk, and I think 4, maybe 3 batters faced. He hasn't gotten an out yet. And now here comes Livingston, who got an RBI ground out last time. This time it won't happen as he grounds out again, but we already had 2 outs. So a run scores, making it a 4-3 ball game. Big clutch single from Odin Thomas with 2 outs and bases loaded. Or, I'm sorry, with full count, excuse me. And he's able to get that run across. So now locked in Leonardo Madden, the catcher, has thrown out at least 1, maybe 2 runners now. I believe it's 2 runners. We'll get him into locked in mojo as he comes up to the plate. 0-for-1 today. Smasher McCoy still out on the mound as Tough Out activates. Way late on a 97-mile-an-hour fastball, and McCoy gets him swinging. Strike 3, and Rena Barrera comes up 0-for-1. Rena, with 32 total bases, was actually number 1 on the All-Star team with 32 total bases. That was 3 home runs, 4 doubles, and 1 triple. So she had a great year. Again from the sewer sneaks as she strikes out. Nice block from Kellen Livingston, who will throw that to first for out number 2. Cody Cobb comes up 0-for-1. Cobb gets pulled for Cardboard Jacks. Cardboard Jacks from the Reapers is a rookie this year. So he gets his first appearance in the All-Star game as a rookie. Batted .289, 882 OPS, 2 home runs, 8 RBIs, and 3 doubles. So not a huge year as that bounces off of Barton's glove and into right center field. Odin Thomas will come all the way in to get that one. But Cardboard Jackson, his first rookie appearance in the All-Star game, gets a base hit to keep the inning alive for the All-Stars. And we'll wrap to the top of the lineup as Makai Peterson will get her 3rd at-bat. She's 0-for-2 today. Smash approaching just through his 20th pitch, so getting close to the end of his day. And there's strike 3 called, so 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and Smash McCoy gets out of the 4th inning unscathed. So we head to the bottom of the 4th. The Yang All-Stars up 4-3 right now. Trying to break the tie across the 5 seasons of All-Stars. Cardboard Jack stays in to play short in place of Cody Cobb, and almost identical to the Archie Barton dive. That one goes into right field. Joaquin Keller will misplay that one. He loses mojo, And a runner will reach base to lead off the fourth inning for the Yang All-Stars. Phoenix Myers will now come up. Got rung up on a strikeout last time. Gets a strike here called from Biddles. Good speed at first. And into right field, that's going to get down. Reina Barrera will come charging in and will hold the runner at second base. So 2 on and nobody out. The Yang All-Stars in business once again as we rep to the top of the lineup. Skylar Rocket 0 for 2 today, the former MVP, and you can see I forgot to change these colors, as Quentin Myers comes in to replace Smash McCoy. And get Quentin over here. From the Maulers, a 2-time All-Star, Season 2 with the Blurs, excuse me, a 3.21 ERA, a .71 WHIP, 143 opponent batting average, was good for third in the league, and 17 strikeouts in his 14 innings pitched for the Maulers. So good year for him. He comes in, gets a fly out to center field for out number 1, and Havoc Sandman sends it to deep right center field. This one's going to get cut off by Wilkerson, holding the runner at first base, but a run comes around to score from second. Havoc Sandman will get his mojo back as he stands on first base, getting another clutch hit. He is now, he pushes the lead now to 5-3 for the Yang All-Stars here in the bottom of the fourth. Rogers finding himself in a bit of a jam, but still has that Tier 2 rally stopper trade activated. Barton pops foul. He's 1 for 2 with a single. Another run just 90 feet away over at third base. Whiffer will activate for Barton. High pressure situation and a Tier 1 clutch trade. He strikes out swinging, and that's out number 2. So missed opportunity for the MVP of the Yang Conference. And now Tiger Gray will come up. He's 1 for 1 with a single and a walk. I believe he scored a run. Easy target activated, helping Quentin Rogers out as a runner takes off on the pitch out. Nick Sandman will get caught stealing second to end the inning. So I think that's 3 times now that Leonardo Madden has been able to throw out a runner trying to steal a base. So I don't know what we're doing here, but it's not working. Joaquin Keller, 2 for 2 today. Had the home run and a single. And he'll pull that one just down the first baseline foul. 1-1 count. And he'll dribble one. So smart play from Smash is no longer in there, right? Is he still in there? Yeah. Smart play from Smash McCoy as he only throws the curve or the off-speed stuff against Keller. And now Justice Cologne 1 for 2. She had reached on a fielder's choice in the last one. She's stolen 2 bases so far. And she hits one hard to right field, but I don't think she got enough on it. Is right up against the wall is Odin Thomas, and he reaches up, and that did get out. Justice Cologne pulls it down the right field line. I didn't think it had enough juice, but it just kept carrying. 380-foot home run. She gets a mojo boost, and she has been hot all day today. Now 2 for 3, reaching base all 3 times. 2 stolen bases and a home run. And that'll make it 5-4. McCoy gets pulled for Khalil Stein. The skimmer relief pitcher had a great year. His first All-Star appearance with a 1.20 ERA, good for 8th in the league, had a 147 WHIP, a 279 OBA, and 14 strikeouts in 15 innings pitched. He got a lot of work from the skimmers, from the bullpen, but he did a good job when he did get called upon. He does give up a base hit here, and with 1 out, another runner reaches base for the Yen All-Stars. They're looking to try and get those runs back. Still down 5-4. Russ Rosas will come up, batting 1 for 2 today. You'll see, oh my goodness, as Rosas will no doubt shot to right center field. That one gets into the stands above the bullpen. That one will go 452. Just an absolute blast from the outlaw third baseman. Rosas comes up huge, and he flips the script on the Yang Conference. It is now 6-5. So you can see the competition brewing for these two teams as Khalil Stein makes a huge mistake. I believe that might have been the Tier 3 Wild Thing trade activating there. You'll also see his Tier 3 Specialist. That's really playing a factor here against Nick Wilkerson. Fouling one back, Little Hack will activate. It's only a Tier 1. 1-2 count. Ball outside, and it'll even 2-2. Swinging through strike three, Stein gets the strikeout, and maybe getting a little bit of his mojo back along the way. Leonardo Madden throwing out 3 runners, but 0 for 2 here at the plate with 2 outs, and Stein still tense. We got a strike there, and it's a 1-1 count. Strike 2, and it's 1-2. Tough out will activate for Madden. Swinging and just making contact to foul that one off. Stein trying to get out of this inning, and he will with a pop-up to first. Sandman will call that one and catch it for out number 3, but 3 runs come across the score. 2 of them on the big 2-run shot from Russ Rosas. We also saw the Justice Colon home run. So the end conference really just using the offensive weapons that they have, popping home runs from all sides of the park here. And now Rogers facing off against Tiger Gray. His at-bat gets reset, and this one will get into the glove of Makai Peterson. Not the strongest fielder, but she's able to make the play on a good hit from Tiger Gray, and that'll be his first time failing to reach base this game. He'll turn it over to his counterpart, Odin Thomas, from the favorites. 2 for 2 with an RBI single in his last at-bat. That at the time, I think gave the Yang All-Stars the lead. 2-2 count here. Rogers will get him to foul it off. Spoiling a pitch there for Thomas, and now it's full. Odin gets strike 3 called on the corner. And that'll be out number 2. Rogers waves goodbye, and with 2 outs, here comes Aiden Heaves, 1 for 1 with a double and a walk, an RBI double and a walk. We're in the bottom of the 5th with 2 outs. The Yang All-Stars falling behind 6-5. And Aiden Heaves sends one to deep right center field. That's going to hit off the base of the wall. Nick Wilkerson will get to it quickly, and will throw it in to hold Heaves at second base. He gets a mojo boost, his second double of the day, and he's standing in scoring position for RBI 0. Tier 3 for Kellen Livingston, who's 0 for 2, ironically with an RBI, but it was a ground out. He has yet to get the ball out of the infield. Heaves taking off for third base, and he will slide in safely. So Madden not able to get the throw down in time, and now 90 feet away with 2 outs is Kellen Livingston with and he'll pop it up to the pitcher. Quentin Rogers manages to get out of the inning without allowing that tying run, and we head to the last inning, 6-5, heading into the top of the 6th. It'll go 8-9-1, starting with Rena Barrera. Rena has to face off against Stein with that Tier 3 specialist trait. We have a high-pressure game going on. And Barrera looking to figure out what she needs to get done to get on base. 0 for 2 today. She gets ahead in the count 2-1. That'll make it an even count on the strike at the bottom of the zone, and Whiffer activates. Rena will pop up into left field. This one's going to tail into foul territory. Beginning to get over to it. Camera Splendid with a good chase down there, as he'll get the out for out number 1. Stein now facing off against Cardboard Jacks, 1 for 1 with a single. Has specialist active against him, but also has Tier 3 off-speed hitter. So with a slider in tow, we'll see if Stein throws it. So far it's been two-seam fastballs. And another one there, and that one's going to line straight to Resplendent. That's out number 2.
Number 54, Meek Peterson.
Meek? I thought it was Makai. Meek Peterson, who was the number 1 player in the Yin All-Star from the Yin All-Star team in season 4, will pop up. She's now 0 for 4 today, and she'll end the inning. So Stein goes 1-2-3 in the 6th. Last chance for the Yang Conference against Quentin Rogers. We'll go 8-9-1 for them, starting with Cam Resplendent, who is 2 for 2 with a double and a single and an RBI. But Tier 3 choker will turn to Lucas Fowle. Lucas Fowle and Dalton Gonzalez. Dalton, a defensive change for the Yin Conference. I am going to get to quickly. Lucas Fowle had a terrible year this year, but it was just enough for the Undulates for him to make it to the All-Star game. He is a 3-time All-Star. First year with the Burners, third year with the Dive Bombers, and now with the Undulates. He groans out to second base. He actually made it in the top three stars of the game in both of his previous All-Star games. This time, grounds out to second base. With Phoenix Myers coming up, Quick note on Dalton Gonzalez, who came in as a defensive change. He is a Python, making his first All-Star appearance. Had a decent year with 1 home run, 6 RBIs, 2 doubles, and 2 stolen bases, and 879 OPS. And he's actually going to be the one who gets this one, covering shortstop, and that'll be a ground out for out number 2. Last chance for the Yang Conference is Skylar Rocket with 2 outs in a max pressure situation. Valentino Mastiff will come in to replace Quentin Rogers, and probably the best option you have in that bullpen for the Yin Conference. 3-time All-Star from the Sewer Sneaks this year. Did not allow an earned run this year. Had a .73 whip and a 155 OBA. He'll get the out number 3 to close this game out, and the Yin All-Stars win it in Season 5. They're able to come back from the jaws of defeat to win this one. A lot of home runs that they had managed to score. That 5th inning was a big one for them, and that gave them the lead that they did not relinquish. 6 runs on 10 hits for the Yin Conference, 5 runs on 11 hits for the Yang Conference. We had a couple of notes here, so we'll start with the Yang Conference. 0 for 4 day for Skylar Rocket. Disappointing showing for him. 2 for 3 for Havoc Saman with an RBI, but also got caught stealing twice. Archie Barton, 1 for 3 with a run scored. Tiger Gray, same thing, but 1 for 2 with a walk. Odin Thomas, big day for him. 2 for 3, a run scored and an RBI. Aiden Heaves had a solid day today as well. Reach base all 3 of his plate appearances. 0 for 3 for Kellen, but he did get an RBI, and a 2 for 2 day for Cam Resplendent. So great from the bottom of the order. Everyone got a hit except for Fowl, who came in for a pinch hit, Livingston, and then Skylar Reck at the top of the order. On the other side, Mackay had a rough day too, 0 for 4 from both of the leadoff people. Joaquin Keller with a huge home run, Justice Colon with a home run, Huerta with a 2-run homer, Rosas with a 2-run homer. So that middle of the lineup just absolutely destroyed the Yang pitchers. Base hits from Wilkerson and Cardboard Jacks, and the rest remain hitless. So good day for the Yin All-Stars. They did everything they needed to. Asher Garcia did go 2 2/3, but he gave up 5 hits, 3 earned runs on 2 home runs. He struck out 1. Smash McCoy did decent, 1 2/3, 3 hits, 1 earned run, a home run, and 3 strikeouts. Stein gets a loss. He gives up 1 2/3 innings, 2 hits, 2 earned runs on a home run, and struck out 1. On the other side, Top Floral, not a good day for him. 2 2/3, it was okay. 6 hits, 4 earned runs, 3 strikeouts. Waller came in, only got 1 out. He gave up 3 hits, 1 earned run, and 2 walks. Rogers came in, got the win, 2 2/3, 2 hits, 2 strikeouts, and then the one batter face gets the save for Valentino Mastiff. So the Yin Conference gets the win. Heaves, followed by Huerta, followed by Justice Colon, are your top 3. So we get to enjoy a fun all-star game from the Chemlock League. The Yin Conference wins it in Season 5, finally breaking the tie. Very competitive back-and-forth matchup for these two teams. So where do we go from here? Well, first thing we're going to do is we are going to start the... let me go show off these two teams really quick. I'm sorry. I do want to make sure that some of these players get the recognition that they deserve, even if they didn't get appearances. So we'll come over here. And let's go here. Okay, so a couple of things to note here. I'm not going to go through all of them because I do want to make sure I am very mindful of time. We should still be good. So we saw Madden, we saw Cologne, we saw Jax, we saw Keller, we saw Rosas, we saw Cobb, we saw Peterson, we saw Wilkerson. I mentioned Dalton Gonzalez and Jose Huerta and Rena Barrera. The only one offensively we didn't get a chance to see was Floan Corona. Floan Corona from the Bone Chills. She actually made it here, potentially her last All-Star appearance, her last year in the league, but she made her first All-Star appearance, had a 359 average, a 945 OPS, not a big year offensively. She did have 1 home run, 3 RBIs, 3 doubles, but if you're like, those don't sound like very impressive stats, She led the league with 5 stolen bases, and I felt I wanted to give some recognition to a speedy player, so I was hoping maybe she'd get in that game and steal a base or two, but she didn't. Wanted to give her some recognition there. Pitching wise, a couple of ones I want to hit on here. We already talked about Top Floral. Golder Jones from the Outlaws, a 142 ERA, 11 strikeouts in 12 innings. Then we got Jane Bulgar from the Bone Chills, tied for first with no earned runs allowed, had a .49 whip, which was first in the league. She had a 120 opponent batting average, which was good for second in the league. So she was dominant in so many different categories as a long reliever that started in all 4 starts this year. So she was in the rotation. Ramon Burr was number 10 in the MVP voting, number 2 or second All-Star appearance, season 2 with the Sewer Sneaks, now with the Marauders, had 22 strikeouts, which was tied for the league lead, and 1 complete game shutout for him. Then we already talked about Waller and Rogers. Mastiff, I didn't get a chance to mention, but a 3-time All-Star. Back in season 1 with the Ungulates, season 4 with the Sewer Sneaks, now staying with the Sewer Sneaks. Tied for the earned run lead with no earned runs allowed. Dominant performance from him once again. We got Cal McKay from the Pythons. Also made it in season 1 as a Sewer Sneak. Had a 2.04 ERA, a 1.08 whip, and a 235 opponent batting average. We have Besto Downhill from the... Where you at, bud? The Reapers had a .73 ERA and a .65 whip, had a 1.03 opponent batting average, which was best in the league. So Besto gets a appearance in the All-Star game. And then Lachlan Garrison, first-time All-Star from the Dirt Devils, a 2.04 ERA, a 1.08 whip, and a 212 opponent batting average. Good job from the Yin All-Star team. Then we get over to the Yang All-Stars, and we saw Livingston, we saw Havoc Salmon, we talked about Lucas Fowle, Phoenix Myers was in there, RJ Solomon, he was a below zero, making his first All-Star appearance, had 3 home runs, 6 RBIs, and an 870 OPS, 3 home runs, tied for 8th in the league. From the below zeros, we talked about Barton and Gray. Cannon Avery, big shout out to Cannon Avery, his first All-Star appearance. He is a burglar this year. A 385 batting average was 9th in the league, a 1.070 OPS, 2 home runs and 8 RBIs and 3 doubles. Good job from the third baseman, former Outlaw there. Talked about Heaves, Resplendent, Skylar Rocket, and Odin Thomas. So Avery, the only one not getting, or I guess RJ as well. Talked about Asher. Chucky Meyer, number 5 in the MVP voting, 2-time All-Star, made it in season 2 with the Reapers. He's now a dive bomber. Number 10 in ERA, a 1.35. Number 7 in strikeouts with 19. Good year for him. Then we get to Bo Adams from the Rippers, 2-time All-Star with season 3 Dirt Dogs appearance, a 1.46 ERA and 10 strikeouts. We get to Cumulo Lawrence, which we've already talked about. She was number 8 in the MVP voting with the Skulls, a 189 ERA, a .68 whip, was 5th in the league, 145 opponent batting average, was 4th in the league, and she tied for first with 22 strikeouts. She had a complete game shutout. Dominant performance in season 2 of her career, this time with the Skulls instead of the favorites, unfortunately. Talked about Stein. Kid Short, he is a rookie, making his first All-Star appearance. Didn't have a great year, but had 15 strikeouts and a 293 OBA in 13 2/3 innings pitched. He pitched for the Ungulates. Talked about McCoy. Then Al McLay, getting his first appearance in the All-Star as a rookie. He's a scrounger. Had a 133 whip, had a 259 OBA, and 14 Ks, 1 complete game shutout as a rookie. So impressive start for him in his career. We'll see if that can continue down the road. Zane Sosa with the below zeros, a .93 ERA, a 1.03 whip, and 4 strikeouts in 9 2/3 innings pitched. And then lastly is Jacob Leach. Jacob from the Protectors, a Homestar hero there, 2.00 ERA, a .89 whip, and a 185 OBA. Had also a complete game shutout in 18 innings pitched for the Protectors. So I know I rushed through that. I apologize. I know it's a lot of info, but every player in this league that makes it to the All-Star game needs to be recognized for their phenomenal performance. Every team does get a representative from both the pitching and the offensive side, of course, but we want to make sure everyone gets the recognition they deserve. So we'll jump into the playoffs here. Your number one team from both sides, the Yin Conference has the Maulers. The Yang Conference has the Protectors. We're going to simulate through these games. I'm just going to skip right ahead to the end of this tournament. We don't have anything we're worried about. It's just a shame we couldn't make it. And as we simulate to the finals, the Dive Bombers, they snuck into the playoffs. They passed the Rippers, they passed the Burglars and the Favorites to make it to number one team in their division. They knock off the Skulls, they knock off the Rippers, and then they sweep the Maulers in the finals 3-1 and then 3-2. They knock off the number one team in the Yen Conference. So the Dive Bombers make it to the championship for, I think, the second year, and they win a championship for the second time. This might be our first repeat championship winner. Who was it last year, really quick? Last year was the Protectors. So they had a chance to go back-to-back, and they failed to. The Outlaws, for the first time, didn't make the playoffs. And they didn't make it to the championship series. I'm going to go back to the Outlaws really quick, go to the summary here. In season 1, it was the Outlaws. Season 2, it was the Dive Bombers against the Outlaws. In season 3, it was the Undulates against the Outlaws. That's what I thought. So that means that the Dive Bombers, the first team to get their second championship through 5 years. So congratulations to them. Damn them as a division rival. Quick look at the league leaders. It was Tony Centercut, number one. He had more home runs in this playoff series than he had all of the season, and 10 RBIs. If you take a look at his year this year, 1 home run, 3 RBIs, and then he gets into the playoffs, 5 home runs and 10 RBIs. Definitely going to have to take a look at this after the he almost had a better year in 8 games than most people have in a whole 16-game season. What a run for our former Outlaw and MVP. Gander Quinto, number 2, had a complete game as a starter. Chucky Myers in there in the top 4. Kellen Kirk, number 3. And then we have Damari McCarthy, Leon McLean, Justice Cologne, Reeve Blackwell, Jet French, and then Timber Pickles. Good, interesting note. Tony Centercut and Justice Cologne making it to the championship series, facing off against each other for the first time as former teammates. So interesting seeing both of them up there. But we will now head over to the re-sign phase. We are going to finish there. So let's start by taking a look at Plunge Batista retiring. So congratulations to him. He will be gone. And we would plan to replace him anyways. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drop some of these players that we knew are over value. So we'll start with, who did we bring in that's over value? Aromatisse is worth 7.4. She's getting paid too much, so we're going to let her go. We also brought in Fox Brennan for 6.5. He's worth 4.8, so we're going to release him. Malia Choi, I'm interested in bringing her back, but she's getting paid way too much there. And then same thing with Elder Santos, worth 10.8, and is getting paid 14.1. So those will get released right out of the gate. Next, we'll start from top to bottom. Well, let's start with our All-Stars. So Tiger Gray, 98% to come back. He's getting paid 11.2, worth 12.3. Let's just offer him his current salary, 98% chance, and he'll come back. Next, we have Odin Thomas. He's guaranteed to come back, getting paid right around exactly what he's worth. So let's re-sign him for the 12.7. And Asher Garcia is still devoted, getting paid 18.7 and current value at 19.6. I'm going to roll that at 99%. Don't kick me in the ass here. Okay, so he signs. So that's your All-Stars. Last year All-Star Jack Mars getting paid 13.2. He's worth 14.8. He's asking for 14.1. A 91% chance to come back. I know I'm a bit greedy here, but I'm going to roll this one. We're going to offer him his current salary, 91% chance to come back. It's not a guarantee. He will, thank God. Okay, so now we get to, let's come down here. Cairo Cohen, cornerstone after that last year. He's at 92% chance to come back. Getting paid 10.8. He's worth 12.2. Let's go for it. I'm going to roll the dice. Pretty much 90 and above, I'm going to roll it. And he'll come back. Same thing with Crisp. Honestly, at 91%, if he doesn't come back, I'm not mad because he could be so much better. And I think at 9.7, that's a lot to pay for low velocity and junk and that 99 accuracy. So let's see if he comes back. He will. All right. I'm not trying to suspend anyone here because I just want to get through this before the end of the video. All right. The rest of the way, let's just set the re-sign interest from top to bottom and go from there. So Jonah's worth 6.7. He's getting paid 6.1. He wants to come back. We're going to bring him back. I like him a lot. Colton Blackburn, the rookie, pitched well this year, 6.9, and he's worth 7.4. He wants to come back. Let's bring him. I would be looking to replace him if we can find somebody that has better traits to complement our current chemistry structure. Kansas Gibbs, 7.2, getting currently worth 7.7. I like him because of the reverse splits on a lefty, which is a lot of righties. If we can just keep developing a bit more, I think he could be really valuable for us. So let's bring him back. And then, of course, Leah Sesame, our incredible all-star catcher. She was an all-star last year, which without us, she almost made the all-star game. She could have easily been chosen instead of Kellen Livingston, but couldn't have three favorites on the team. She wants to come back. She's getting paid a little over her current value, and I'm okay with that. I think we can develop her a bit more, but let's bring her back. Muhammad McCormick at 4.4, worth 4.9. Let's bring him back. Roll the dice. Dash Boyd, I liked a lot. He developed a lot, 4.7, and he's currently valued at 5.9. I'll bring him back. I still want to get that Slowpoke trait gone. We brought in Eliana Chambers as our primary DH. She wants 92% chance to come back at below her price point. I'm going to roll the dice there. I'd also look to replace Urban. There you go. There's a guarantee, or there's to show you that it's not a guarantee. 92% chance and she decides to leave. I'm okay with that. We could probably still get her back at that 5.4 because she's 39, or we can just look for a different DH option there, as she's likely to regress. 7.7 for Fernanda Branch. She's worth 8.4, 92% chance. I like her a lot. I'd love for her to come back and see her continue to grow, and she will. 88 chance for Jericho House. He's worth 8.3. He's getting paid 6.8. He didn't get much pitching opportunities. I'm going to roll the dice here. If he doesn't come back, I'd like to try and bring him back. Maybe we replace Chris Blopside to free up some money there. But he barely got any opportunities, so I'd like to see him pitch more. But I think our bullpen was so good, we had other options to choose from most of the time. Let's roll the dice here, 88%, and he'll come back. Jess. I don't know about you, Jess. I like you, but you're so inconsistent. You're 27. I'd look to replace her in the offseason. 8.3 is what she's getting paid, and she's worth 9.6. I'm going to roll the dice here. We'll see. She wants to come back again, might still replace her. And then Sullivan Reddier got hot down the stretch. Great defender. I like him at short a lot. I think that he... I wish he could do a little bit more productively offensively for us, but love him on the team, and I'm happy he got the mind gamer trait. He's worth 7.4. He's getting paid, he's worth 9.3. He's getting paid 7.4, 81% chance, and he's just asking for 8.7, which will still keep him under his current value. 81% chance. You know what? I'm actually gonna ask or give him what he's asking for, a $1.3 million pay increase, because of the development we saw from him in the back half of the season. So we'll bring him back. He is at 26. This is his second year in the league. I would be looking at an alternative option if we find someone incredible, but I'm happy with him at shortstop. So that is your re-sign phase. So just a quick note of what we lost and what we kept. We have our full infield retained. So Tiger, Jack, Fernanda, Sullivan, and Aaliyah Sesame still here. Backup catcher still in tow. We need a backup infielder. Aromatisse maybe is somebody we look to come back later on, but still a lot of money there. Eliana Chambers was our DH. We need to find a DH option. We have Dash as our backup outfielder. We still need another backup outfielder, and we need a starting center fielder. We really struggled in this area. I was not happy with what we had to deal with Whistle Thornton, so that's going to be a tough one. We brought 3/4 of our starting rotation back. Remember, we dropped Clark Cohen, veteran, for Amalia Choi. Amalia pitched well for us in her one appearance. She had a great year. I might look to bring her back, but she was getting paid too much. And then we brought up 4 out of our 5 bullpen players, with Elder Santos coming or leaving because he was getting paid too much. But again, another guy I'd look to bring back as well. It would be fascinating to have him in the bullpen. But yeah, that's where we'll leave things. I'm going to do some scouting in the offseason. Before our next video, I'll come up with a plan, and I will bring that to everyone. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have had a good time watching the All-Star Game. Let me know what you think about the decisions we made here. I think all of them were pretty clear-cut, and what we were getting rid of and why, and who we brought back and why. And again, some of the players may not end up making it to the end of the offseason. We'll find out next time out. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll talk to you later. Bye, everybody.